Hey Peculiars, it's me, Amanda, the Peculiar Brunette, and today we're going to be talking about the full moon of September, which can be a little bit tricky because it varies from year to year. But before we jump in, don't forget to sign up for the Magical Monday newsletter so you can stay updated on all things peculiar. I'll put a link down in the description box below so that you can sign up. You also need to know that this full moon series here on YouTube is going to be a general overview for each month. So no matter the year, you can come here. It's a general overview for the month we're in, like this month is September. But if you want to know anything that's specific for the year we're in, like if there's a supermoon or an eclipse, or if you want to know if it's September's moon is the corn moon or the harvest moon this year, you can click on the link down below for my blog post and I'll always keep you updated. All right. Let's jump in. So I think it's going to be easiest to begin by just simply explaining what a harvest moon is. So the harvest moon is going to be the full moon that occurs closest to the autumn equinox. Now, probably about within every 3 years, 2/3 of the time that's going to land in September. You get about 1/3 of the time that lands in October. And you can actually count it back. So, if you're looking at 2 calendars, you can see when the full moon is in September. You can see when the full moon is in October. You can actually just count them back to the autumn equinox, and whichever one's closest, that's the one that's the harvest moon. Now, this can get a little tricky each year because wherever the harvest moon lands, the month after that is always going to be the hunter's moon. Okay, so for example, if the harvest moon lands in September, then that's going to make October's moon the hunter's moon. November's moon will be the beaver moon, and so forth. But if the harvest moon lands in October, that makes the September moon the corn moon, the October moon the harvest moon, and then November's moon will be the hunter's moon instead of the beaver's moon. So it can get a little bit tricky. I always keep it updated in my blog post if you have questions on it for the year, but that kind of just gives you a general overview so you kind of know exactly what a harvest moon is and when it lands. The harvest moon is considered to be a very lucky moon, and it also is one of the bigger and brighter moons because it occurs so close to the autumn equinox, and we've got that really good balance of night and day happening. The way it actually will come up over the horizon, it comes up shortly after sunset, and it will come up over the horizon, and it will look bigger due to the way that the atmosphere is, right? It'll also appear to be full for 3 days in a row. And this was really special, especially to people back in the day, like farmers who right now, this is a time of harvest. It's the harvest moon, right? So they're working a lot longer hours trying to harvest all those crops. And the fact that the sun goes down and here comes the moon gives you a few more hours of that bright, light to be able to keep doing what you're doing and finish the harvest a little bit faster. There are also hundreds of harvest festivals around the world here in September and October, and it really just brings in that magic of the season. The harvest moon also might even have a pumpkin orangey glow to it, which is also perfect for bringing in the season of autumn. According to Britannica.com, many harvest-related customs have their origin in the animistic belief in a spirit such as the corn mother or rice mother, and the semi-worship of the last sheaf was a great feature of the harvest home. September moon's spiritual meaning is all about abundance and balance. It's time to honor and appreciate your home and a time for reflection and gratitude. Full moons are always a time of symbolic climactic conclusion, but this is felt even more deeply now as we head towards these cooler months and this season of change. We are beginning to turn inward during this time of balance. We're sensing and feeling that coming of the darkness, that pull, which is helping us connect to our spiritual side as well. You might even feel yourself getting drawn to different types of like ambiances or like music, where maybe you listen to more happy-go-lucky music during the summertime, but now you're kind of listening to more moody, nostalgic, Lana Del Rey type music. Maybe that's just me. Now is a really lovely time to start connecting with our, soul or self or spirit, whatever you prefer to call it. September's full moon helps us to settle into kind of a much slower pace and rhythm. We're starting to come off of the high, busyness of the summer, and it's kind of so climactic. Like there's a lot going on in the summer, and we're starting to ease off of the pace of that. We're not quite there yet. We're not quite slowed down. It's not winter, but we're easing our way into that slower season. Remember to fully immerse yourself into this season so that you can embrace the coming of the darker winter days. Now, September's full moon does have some alternative names, just like many of the other months. So let's go ahead and jump into those. We'll start with the corn moon. So the corn moon of September would occur if the harvest moon lands in October. But let's jump into some of the other ones. It could be also known as the fall moon. This is from the Inupiat language in Alaska. So that does have Native American origins. There's also the nut moon, which is Cherokee from the Carolinas. The drying grass moon, which is from the Cheyenne Great Plains. The singing moon, also sometimes called the song moon, has Celtic origins. And last, we have the barley moon, which has Old English origins. Now, space.com had some really interesting information about the harvest moon that I wanted to include in here as well. For Abrahamic traditions, the full moon of September can be important. As for Jewish people, it's the one that precedes the high holy day of Rosh Hashanah, which starts on September 25th. Muslims use a lunar calendar, so the full moon is in the middle of the month, in this case called Safar. September's full moon also has many correspondences that go along with it. It's definitely a time of transition, of the natural cycles of kind of life and death and decay. But here are some other things to help get you started for your rituals and celebrations. The spiritual meaning and intentions behind September's full moon is gratitude, abundance, harvesting, agriculture, transitions, balance, and home and hearth. The colors that are associated with September's full moon are brown, burnt orange, deep red, amber, dark green, and really any type of earth tone. Crystals that their meanings and intentions often align with the September full moon are citrine, amber, quartz, I always say this wrong, aventurine, gold, ruby, and tiger's eye. If you'd like to add anything to your home or your sacred space, your altar, decoration items include apples, peaches, any type of like grain, like wheat, barley, corn, and this can be different types of corn, maize, blue, gold, fallen leaves, pumpkins or gourds, or flax seeds. So if you're looking for celebration and ritual ideas, check out the blog post. I go into a lot of detail about different ideas, but here are some ways that I like to celebrate and keep in touch with the current season during September's full moon. hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you enjoy celebrating September's full moon. Don't forget to sign up for the Magical Monday newsletter. And of course, lots of love to you. And remember, as always, stay peculiar. Biggest and brightest. I don't like that. And if you take a look around, so is nature. It's time to honor. As for Jewish people, it's one that precedes the high holy day of, I don't know how to say that, Rosh Hashanah? I should look that up. The high holy day of Rosh, I forgot how to pronounce it again. Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah. I got it, I think. I hope you found this video. What did I want to say? What was I saying? Goddamn flies. Should we just lay here and cuddle all day? What do you think? Should we? Everyone's gonna be so jealous of us. Everyone's so jealous of us, Huzzy. Yeah, let's just snuggle all day. Oh, okay. We'll get comfortable. Not really comfortable for me, but I guess. Oh, okay. Look at the toes. The toes are comfortable, then we're good. You good? You good?